Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to install the electronics of the CELCIUS training weapon AKM. If you haven't seen the video on how to disassemble the gun, please follow the link on the description. First of all, let's install the MOSFET. So the control wire goes in first, followed by these two. And make sure that you have this wire protected with a tube like this, because you don't want to scratch or break the skin of this wire. Otherwise, a short circuit will happen and then you may blow the MOSFET. Okay, and then you need to install the nut. In order to do that, you will need to put a sponge like that underneath the adapter. So just cut it. This is probably too big. Make it smaller. About this size maybe. And then put the nut here. And use the sponge to hold it. Okay, the good things about this design is that the bolt here doesn't screw into the aluminum, but instead it goes to the nut. So steel, screwed to the steel is stronger than if it's screwed to aluminum. Okay, and if you want to know why they design it this way, please check the other video. You have to make this video as short as possible. That's why we make two separate videos. Now let's install the wire. The positive wire go to the left, and the negative goes to the right, like so. And then the control wire goes to the left side of the gearbox. Now please check this again. If you dropped it, you need to put it back. This can be a little bit tricky sometimes. You need to take this wire so you can arrange it later. Okay, just take it up like this. and make sure that the nut is still in position, and then you can insert the adapter and then put the bolt. Okay, don't tighten it yet. Now just tap it gently so it will fit nicely with the receiver. And then tighten it. Let me check. Looks nice. Okay. Also, please remember to protect the trunnion here with a tape, because you have the MOSFET here. You don't want this to get into the MOSFET and short the internals. Okay. Now let's install the motor. Before we install the motor, please make sure that the distance from here to here is 16 millimeter. Okay, so it's around 16 millimeter. Tolerance 0.0204 is okay. Now, if your motor is tight, you can use a wrench to align it, but please make sure that you don't hold this area, but hold it around here. You don't want to break the core. Okay, so hold it around here and then align it and feel it a little bit more. Now it's okay. Okay, now let's solder the wire. So this is the positive wire. Make sure that this wire touches the plate here. Okay, and this is the negative. You can do it one by one, or I like to challenge myself and do it at the same time. Okay, seems okay now. Oops. Okay, let's do it this one first. Put it in the middle so you can see it. Put a little bit here. Here. It's okay now. Now solder this one. Okay, strong enough. Now we are done. Let me just turn off the solder. Okay, now we can install the ECU. Okay, just to be safe, just cover it first. This is the selector wire. The control wire. Don't worry about wearing a glove because this ECU is moisture proof. I'm not sure about yours, but CELCIUS iECU and the dynamic ECU are moisture proof. So don't worry about wearing glove. And working with glove is really uncomfortable for me. And when you install this ECU, please do it gently and don't break the wire. Nice. Now actually we can test again. Switch to semi. And here I'm using a 14.8 volt battery. Now when you plug battery, the lights will blink to indicate that it's actually active. Now semi. Nice. And then fully auto. Now don't worry about the gear going further more than 10 o'clock positions because I'm actually using 14.8, so it's quite fast. Okay. But when you have the cylinder inside, this gear will not stop like this. So there's nothing wrong with the ECU. It's just because of the battery is a high capacity battery. It's just like when you drive a fast car and when you stop the car, it will take time to stop. And if you drive slowly and then you can stop faster than rather than if you drive fast. So it's okay. I'll show you how to install the cylinder now, and we have to make sure that this wire is tidy, and if your wire is like this, don't install the cylinder because you will break it and then your gun will not work properly. Make sure if it's tidy, put it on the side. You can use a tool like this. Now it looks good. And when you install the cylinder, make sure that the gear is around 10 o'clock positions. Okay, you can actually use your thumb to move it. Now make sure that this handle is go up, and make sure that the spring there is properly installed. Otherwise your bolt stop mechanism is not going to work properly. Easy. Okay, make sure that this area is flat. Okay. And then install the screw. not too tight. Wait for the other one. And then tighten it. Tighten it. Okay. Install the spring. Now the gun won't fire because you haven't cocked the gun. Now cock, gun will fire. And then fully auto. Semi. Nice. Let's switch to save and remove the battery first. Now to install the tube, it's very easy. Just go from there and like this. Make sure that your wire here is tidy. Okay, if you're using a raised MOSFET, it's easier because there is a room for the wire to go pass through to the front easily. And make sure this is covered, and then install the tube. As I install this tube, the wires actually is not twisting, okay, because we have a really perfect measurement on the MOSFET and the heatsink. And do this gently. Now, if it's if it's tight, you have to turn it backward. Okay, and then align it. And then tighten it. Okay, just like how you do it on the M4. To install these screws, make sure that this wire is going up. If you look at it from this way, it's going up. Okay, don't let it touch the body of the motor, and then if that's happened, your motor will not turn properly. That's why we have a plastic here to separate the plate on top and the motor body. So make sure that this wire is going up and this wire going to this direction, because you will need to install the screw. Make sure that you don't break the wire. Okay, this should go there. The groove should go into the trigger guard. One more thing. That's why you do not need these two pins, because the grip itself will hold the motor. So this two pin is never included. And also in the M4 it's the same. You do not need those two pins. Now, when this is aligned, install the screw. I think just to make the video short, probably this screw installation is very easy. Just test the gun again. Now this gun is working properly. Okay. Thank you for watching the video, and if you have any question, please feel free to leave a comment, or you can contact us from the Facebook page. And if you like the video, just click the like buttons, okay? And if you like to see more videos from us, just subscribe. Thank you.